Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 186. And I think we're done the majority of the stuff. I think we have all of the talismans now. So, we're returning to the central location. And we're going to save. We're gonna square up. And then we're going to insert the key of Baphomet's servants. Insert the key of Descari's servants. Insert the key of Nocticula's servants. When the last key is inserted, you hear a rumble. The door in front of you opens. The way to the heart of the Fane is clear. Ah, shit. It's not Darazand, is it? Who is it? Darazand? Is that who we're heading to face off against? It's Baldur, I know that much. I just can't remember who. I'm also... Playful Darkness would be a good character name for a trickster. Absolutely. You know what? Like, when I saw it, I could have sworn that, that Playful Darkness was the name of, like, a trickster god. But I don't know if that's the case. Like, not, I don't know about in this, but in something. Man, I got so many holes in this hoodie. Otis Babodis. What is it? What is it, boy? Are you sad because Lippo's in your spot? I know you are. I know you are. That's just too bad. That's just too bad.
Problem?
He's sad because Lippo's in his spot.
Sad?
He's sad. You know what happens when you're sad. You know what happens when you're sad. Mama bothers you. Mama bothers you when you're sad. You better not be sad. Oh no. Okay. Let's poke our head in here and see if we get smacked around by Baldur.
Beautiful.
Oh, Minago's here as well. And some Meriliths. Oh shit. Okay. We got a kitty kit. She's like, why are you touching me? And then we'll pet this one too. We pet them both. Pet them both. You're blinded by a sudden flash. It feels like giants are hammering on your temples, and a monstrous pain lashes your chest. Your wound has reopened at the worst possible moment and is gushing blood. You sense the malevolent proximity of the abyss. You can almost touch the threat emanating from it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, the wound closes, but the pain and your heightened awareness remain. The hall bears the traces of the huge Balor's anger. Some demons are lying on the floor, literally ground into a bloody mess, while the rest are cowering against the walls. The blood is not confined to the ground either, but is splashed across the face of the kneeling Minago. It's not clear if it came from the pentagram on the Lilitu's forehead or from a slash of the Balor's claws.
Let me into the rift, Darazand. We're all
Oh, it is
going to
Darazand.
die here. Trying to fight back. It's madness.
Uh-oh. Minago has faced us before. She has the fear of us put into her.
No one goes into the rift. You will fight, all of you, or else.
I'll go with the chaotic option. The Balor unleashes a deafening roar, the eyes on his huge head filling with true madness. If any want to leave, let them go, demon, and fight me if you're so eager.
I told you, Tamer. Now you're going to die, and they'll hang your horned skull on the walls of Dresden.
Oh!
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Dresden. Finally, I can make you pay. Finally.
You think so? Alright, this is probably not gonna go the best because we absolutely are not buffed up the way that we normally would be. Oh, can we? Can we? No, he has a plus 31. Okay, we most definitely cannot insta-kill him. We could insta-kill her, potentially. Plus 22, unlikely. Okay, we're just gonna go for the safe bet, and we are going to haste. Blade barrier. Oh shit. Christ, all crikey. We want to try to get numbers down. So, here.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, we failed to get through the blade barrier. Gotcha.
Desna, guide my hand. Make your peace. I will resist.
Is there not a different way to get through that? It seems a little strange. Aw. Dippin', being sweet. It's totally what's happening. Smilodons. Okay, well, let's pop him up and smack him down if we can. 45.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Yeah, we only have a 24 right now. Hey. Chill out. Why is your first reaction every time he flimps to smack him in the face? Don't do that. Be nice. That's probably why he bites you all the time. Goodness gracious. She's like insistent on cleaning him, but if he flinches or if he like, if he does anything that she doesn't like, she just smacks him in the face. Like, no. But he's like, what the fuck? Why are you hitting me? So it doesn't go well. I mean, I say it doesn't go well, but my cats are actually relatively mild-tempered, so it goes fine. Hey, quit that. Why are you being mean to him? He just wants to sleep, and you're over here biting and smacking him. We are going to actually decrease his armor. You need to quit. You being bad. He's not doing anything to you. Goodness gracious. You're a rude cat. I was hoping we were going to get lucky there, but it seemed unlikely. Jeez.
Prepare yourself.
Okay. Alright. We're just gonna put all our buffs on and come back in here and absolutely decimate this. There's no reason for us to rough it. When we just got done killing Playful Darkness, there's no reason for us to be what is dog? Good cat. Cat. Can't see him. Can't see him. It's fine. Come on. It's fine. Don't quit. They'll be in bad kitties. Real bad kitties.
Here we go again.
Alright, fine. Y'all fight it out. I believe in one of you. And now one of you is Odie. Odie will absolutely win this fight, so remember that when you pick this, Lippo. You made this choice. Okay. We are going to obliterate Darazan when we fucking actually go in there this time.
You require my unbiased opinion? Good person. I like you.
Hey, there we go. Now Sela is a big person on Big Calypso.
I'm always open to ideas.
The world has suffered enough.
Perfecto.
Please, allow me.
I wonder if that blade barrier can be passed by
Should I?
The stuff. I mean, fuck it.
Guess I'm done with spells for tonight.
You called?
But so
I've been here all week.
1, 2, 3. I missed. Right. They're peaceful for once. For the next 20 seconds approximately. Okay. I feel relatively confident now.
Beautiful.
Let me. I told you.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy this time. I want to be close enough to get haste on everyone, so we'll go this route. And we are definitely doing haste. What's up, Darazan? See, I told you it was not going to last for very long. You were in a mood. You need to quit. He is just sleeping, and you need to just let him sleep. You're being real fucking mean right now. Oh. There's some Vrock's votaries. Can't help where his legs are. Maybe. I hate when the game does that type of stuff to me. Like, it should not make corpses interactable in combat. Like, I right-clicked to do a 5-foot move, and then clicked and looted a corpse. Cool.
I will resist.
And it did a 5-foot move, so now I can do nothing. Because that counted as a standard action. Like, okay. Once again, the pathfinding of Pathfinder strikes. Swing! Oh, he is getting butchered this time around. Okay. So Sela is swinging for plus 36 right now. Interesting. Interesting that it's only plus 36. Plus 31 there. Interesting. anyone super hurt by that? No? Fuck it.
Go.
Okay. Oh! The hand of the inheritor has arrived. I didn't realize you were going to be showing up. I don't think I actually need your assistance, but I mean, that's cool. Up. Don't really have anything that I think I want to do here. Like he's not that dead. What about the Vrox votaries? What's there for? I can kill one of them. Easy peasy. Okay. Poor Darazan. When we have buffs, he is quite diminished. I'll let Arushale handle this. Or not. Fine, I'll just do it myself. Nice. Oh, I really expected my Smilodon to finish that. Surprising. That's a weird ability. Like, the way that that functions is strange.
Prepare yourself.
Aw, damn. I was hoping to kill the Marilith and then kill, yeah. We're gonna kill the Marilith first. I don't know why. I want Darazan to be all alone when we come for him. Easy peasy. Watch the Moanic date. Watch someone else take it from us. I mean, he's on death's door. He's got 34 HP left. Yeah, fuck this. Let's just Scorching Ray him. Goodbye, Darazan. Nice. Minago is kneeling, her hands clasped in front of her. Blood from the mark carved on her forehead drips down her eyeless face, but the demon doesn't seem to care. I'm so tired of you, Kajak. I can't do it anymore. I can't run or fight. Nothing. I've hunted the paladins of the good gods for centuries. You could make a burial mound out of the 10 heads of all the idiots I've killed or tricked. But you're nothing like them. You never do what others expect, and you always appear where you're not supposed to be. Every stone wall has a weak spot. A place where if you strike it, the whole structure will come tumbling down. Staunton was that weak spot for the First Crusades. I struck it and won Dresden almost single-handedly. But your crusade is not a wall, it's a tangle of disconnected roots and branches. Don't know how to fight you. I can't even undermine the discipline of your followers because they've never even heard of discipline. Nice. I do like that it's very clear that the, my god, the music needs to fucking chill. One. Music chill. Two, I like that the dialogue here is very specifically reflective of who and what we are as the mythic choice Azada, right? Because this wouldn't be applicable to half 90% of the other mythic paths, right? Like, it's awesome. Is there a redemption arc for Minago? I can't believe that. I cannot fathom that. Minago is evil to the core. Do I want to go good or do I want to go chaotic here? I have legitimate questions. Legitimate questions. I think I'm gonna lean into the good side here because if I play this game again in the distant 20-year future, because my god, when I beat this game, I'm gonna need a break. But if I play this game again, I think my intention is to play it as a Lich, right? So I'm probably not going to have access to good options, or would want to take them the vast majority of the time, unless I could just play like a really good Lich, which would be funny. So I think I'm gonna lean into the good side of things here. Let's talk. Even a demon deserves the chance to be heard. Minago licks her lips nervously, her fleshy tongue resembling a crimson slug. I can be useful to you. I can tell you what I know. About anything you want. What's that mark on your face? Minago's face twists into a grimace of horror and hatred. A brand. Baphomet's brand. And yours too. He branded me, my master. He branded me for my failure in Canabras. He took my powers, he maimed my face. The damn thing hurts all the time. He said the mark would stay with me and I would keep bleeding until I spilled the blood of the one who caused me to fail in Canabras. Spill the blood of yourself then. It ain't my fault that you sucked. Get out of here. You failed yourself. Minago licks her lips and gives you a slanted grin. If only you would take pity on a poor demon and let me bring your head to Lord Baphomet, the pain would finally stop. So you'll be in pain until you kill me? Yes, but how am I supposed to do that when the brand has taken away half my powers? I can't do what's being asked of me, I just can't. And I'll never win back the favor of my lord in Hepzamira. Tell me where the rifts lead. To the Nexus, a hub of portals in the Midnight Isles. It's the most convenient place for transferring cargo and troops. Despair seeps into Minago's voice. What a tactful reminder that freedom is just a step away. What kind of freedom would it be? It won't rid me of Baphomet's brand. The Lilito quickly dashes away the blood from the mark on her forehead, leaving broad scarlet streaks on her smooth skin. Tell me about the demons who command you. I serve Lord Baphomet, the Great Deceiver, who outwitted the Prince of Darkness, Asmodeus himself. He is cruel, my lord is. Cruel, imperious, cunning, and unstoppable. Discari started the invasion of your world, but without the help of my master, he and his swarms of locusts would have done nothing on Golarion. Discari's demons only know how to eat and kill. We, the servants of Baphomet, follow another path. The grimmest, most devious of all the paths that have ever been laid. I have been one of Baphomet's finest servants for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years, please. Hepzamira herself, his favorite daughter and priestess, took me to her bosom. But see how my loyal service has ended. When no one else can see me, I howl from the pain in my mark. I am forced to grovel before pathetic idiots and witless warhounds, and here I am begging for mercy from a mortal. Ay, 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 ay. Ooh, I like this. I like this, because this redirects it. It's like, so the brand, you have to spill the blood of the one who caused you to fail in Dresden. I still think it's her blood, right? But I like this spinning the side, right? Like it's not me you have to fight, it's them, right? Who's responsible? Who's truly responsible for you failing at Dresden? Them, because they started all of this. I like that. Even though I don't like Minago, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I like Minago as a character. I think she's a cool character. But, like, she's a horrid wretch. We should be slaughtering her right now, right? She cannot be trusted. She will cause the pain and demise of others in the future. Absolutely. But this is cool. So, we're going to do this. I'm letting you go, Minago, but I can't remove your chains. You have to understand, I'm not responsible for what happened to you. The demons you chose to serve are to blame. Stop obeying them and fight back. Minago tilts her head to the side. You're letting me go? Telling me to fight? Aren't you afraid I might return and stab you in the back again? Wait, what am I even saying? You never seem to be afraid at all. Yeah, not at all. Get the fuck out. The demon stands up and stumbles to the rift, but at the wall of purple flame she turns around, like she's come to a decision. Something tells me you won't stop once you've raised the fame. So here's my advice to you. If you decide to follow your enemies into the abyss, leave your scruples behind, and trust no one. Never lower your guard, especially in places that seem safe. If something looks like a tightly closed door, it is guaranteed to open and let out your worst nightmare. It's best if you set a trap at the threshold beforehand. Wow. I can't say that I think it was a good decision to let her go.
Rifts are usually chaotic and unstable. That's why I've been plagued by one question. How could demons have created a stable, permanent passage from the abyss here in the World Wound? And as I stare into the flames of the rift itself, the answer still eludes me. What is the secret to this canker festering at the very heart of our world? How can we heal it?
Who is that? That's not Queen Galfrey, is it? Galfrey, you just rolling up? I don't... That might be, but I don't recognize the model. Alright.
It would seem
It is.
I missed out on all the fun.
Yeah, you
Or
did.
Perhaps I should say my loyal commander decided to launch a reckless attack without waiting for reinforcements or guidance from me. I felt compelled to abandon my troops and magically travel to Dresden to reach you here.
Whoops. My bad. But it worked.
My righteous sister and comrade, please, don't be too quick to judge. The commander's move might seem reckless, but it allowed us to catch the demons off guard.
Literally, like, absolutely allowed us to catch the demons off guard. They were like, oh shit. They had no time to prepare.
What is this? My goddess's herald is in favor of foolhardy escapades? However, we shall let the matter rest for now. I was striving to catch up with you for a reason.
Oh?
My friends and comrades, the time has come for us to discuss something of the utmost importance. It is here,
Oh.
on the threshold of the abyss, that I must announce an important decision before you all. But first, we shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
Fingers crossed that she's happy.
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment? The enemy is watchful, and its forces are great. That is what we must turn our attention to, not scrutinizing our fellow crusaders.
In the 100 years that this war has lasted, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought about how we can win it. That is precisely why we cannot delay the conversation any longer.
Yeah, I don't actually, for the first time, I don't actually want to choose the chaotic choice here. I kind of just want to be like, yeah, what's up? You have my full attention, my queen.
Your forbearance is most appreciated.
I mean, being
Queen,
primarily
I have
chaotic
no
doesn't mean that
complaints
you
about
can't
how you are
occasionally
waging a war
do
against the demons.
the law.
However, as your friend, I must confess that your mythic powers are too unstable. I cannot fully trust them. I fear they will stand in the way of our friendship.
No!
A commander's absolute priority is leading the Crusader armies. And I cannot help but notice that you have handled this part of your responsibilities well.
You successfully executed the role of a military commander during the assault on Dresden and preserved the better part of your army. Nice.
I cannot but notice your strange choice of companions. The good gods teach us to seek the light even in the darkest
Hello.
soul, and to believe in redemption. But it is one
Don't be
thing to
throwing
believe
shade.
in the good intentions of a murderous succubus, and, for example, send her to a temple of Desna to be cared for by experienced priests. But it is another matter entirely to take the demon with you to the front lines, where one well-timed stab in the back could put a tragic end to our entire Crusader cause. It is unthinkably reckless.
Meh.
With all due respect, my lady, Arushale has proven herself to be a faithful and reliable comrade. She has fought bravely for us, and we both want to see the demons defeated. Is there any reason to reproach the commander for accepting her into our party?
Especially considering, like, we've been in enough situations to where if Arushale had betrayed us, we'd absolutely be dead. Like, so like, if the scenario, if that's what was gonna go down, they've had so many opportunities to do that at this point.
You can find reasons aplenty in any Mendevian cemetery, Sealer. Each one is full of the graves of those who were deceived by demons.
Ooh! That is some shade! Oh my goodness. That is some serious shade. Oh man. We're gonna go the diplomatic route. I trust Arushale completely. She's not only a loyal friend, but living proof that even demons can change for the better.
Your words carry a ring of truth. The example of one malefactor changed for the better could do more for the Crusades than a dozen paragons of faith.
Trading insults sounds like fun, but may not be the most sensible action, right? Like, absolutely. That was my thought. I was like, we could totally throw some shade, but I don't feel like that's the thing to do right now.
Thank you. I can't believe you really said that.
Aw. Within moments of the queen beginning to speak, Arushale seemed to turn to stone, but now she releases a breath and says softly,
Have I already mentioned how disappointed I was by your reckless desire to storm the Fane without waiting for me and reinforcements from Nerosian? I shall remind you again. A person must be judged by their actions.
Following Ivu's advice, yes, following the advice of our miniature fairy dragon, we did not wait for Queen Galfrey. We instead attacked the Midnight Fane immediately.
I watched you spare the life of a demon. And
Oh.
not any demon, but Minago, our old and dangerous enemy.
Yeah,
Who is responsible for the deaths of hundreds of Crusaders.
she big mad on that one. I can agree. Yeah.
I also wish to mention what you did with Iomede's banner, the Sword of Valor. This sacred relic handed to you to defend the city against the demons has become a reflection of you. I do not know how you managed to distort its features, but I cannot overlook it. I only pray that Iomedae will forgive us all for this most improper treatment of her relic.
Whatever. Queen Galfrey's kind of tearing me a new one, honestly. She does not seem happy with my performance.
That is all I wish to say. And now, to summarize.
Whoops.
You can think my assessment is empty fault-finding, but I am responsible for the entire crusade, for Mendev, and for the future of those who have encountered or will encounter the evil of the World Wound. I do not have the luxury of making a single mistake.
Uh-oh. You hear the ring of steel in the Queen's voice.
That is why I am forced to remove you from the command of the Fifth Crusade.
Ooh. Unexpected. Is she some kind of omniscient goddess? How did she overhear what you said to Minago? Don't know. Don't know. The game kind of does that though, where it's like the characters assume all of the game's knowledge, right? Fuck. That is a bit unexpected. Not gonna lie. Well, hell. How to respond? Yeah, I honestly still kind of want to go with the lawful option here. Like, it's amusing, right? But I actually think that this is the most chaotic thing to do, right? I say chaotic thing to do as in, like, the least expected, right? Most, you would expect someone to be like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? This is how you thank me for everything I've fucking done? Right? But instead, just going, yeah, well, you gave me the title, it's yours to take away, so yeah, I guess that's a thing. Right? Like, that feels more chaotic to me. So, I think I'm actually going to go with that. You granted me this title. You have the right to take it away. Wow. Throughout the Queen's entire speech, Dayron is silent, but his silence is more expressive than an entire crowd yelling profanities.
This is why I always take payment up front. The customers become very shifty when everything is done.
Fuck off, Greymore.
I deeply respect the desire to bring discipline to the Crusades, but not all the accusations you leveled at the Commander are guided by that desire.
Wow, Regil actually coming to our defense here.
My righteous sister, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one. He is not just the Crusade Commander. He is our hope, our only hope.
Wow, that's a glowing recommendation from the hand of the Inheritor. I've been waiting for something like this, though. So I've tried my best to not be spoiled, right? But there are a number of things that don't add up with Galfrey throughout the game as I've played it already. But two, I've seen some imagery here or there on the web, just accidentally, that makes me go, something's up with Galfrey, right? So this is surprising, but not completely unexpected.
Our only hope is he? I see you do not value me or the other heroes of the Crusade very highly, my righteous brother and comrade.
Wow, she's getting real fucking salty.
But let me continue. Do not take your demotion as a punishment. I have in many respects been forced to take this step. As we all know, the demons have created a new weapon, Nihindrian crystals, which provide them with truly mythical powers. We managed to remove the threat temporarily, but not eliminate its source. Nihindrian crystals were brought here to Golarion through this rift. I shall do everything to ensure this route is blocked from now on. I shall destroy all the paths from the Midnight Fane to Dresden, blocking the passages with rocks if I have to, so that demons passing through this indestructible rift cannot descend upon the city. This is a forced measure. I am doing this for the safety of Dresden. But this won't solve the problem. We should... No, we must track the demon's path and settle this issue once and for all. And that means venturing into the abyss. No one but you, with your unique power, can handle this task. That is why I shall take over the command of the Crusader armies, and you will journey forth.
It's a suicide mission, Galfrey. In the Lexicon of Paradox, Aureliu Vorlish's book, it says that there are 5 such rifts within the borders of the Whirlwound. So blocking the exits from the Fane will only deprive the demons of one of their 5 routes here.
Wait a moment. And where is this Lexicon of Paradox now? I would also like to take a look at it.
Ooh, we could hide it from her. I'm not gonna hide it from her. I feel like I actually should hide it from her, but I'm not gonna hide it from her. Here you go. Take it.
Thank you. This knowledge could prove very important. We may even use it to deal with the Whirlwound itself. I shall have my finest court mages examine this book.
Okay, I'm gonna make an assumption here. I actually think... I'm throwing out a guess. I think Galfrey is bad, but I don't think she started bad, right? I'm guessing that she is bad now because she realizes that this is her forever, right? If the world wound ends, if the world wound closes, right? If the war against the demons is done, then what use has Mendev for their immortal queen Galfrey, right? What use has Mendev for the avatar of Iomade? That's not what she is, but the hand, right? Like their voice. They literally create these incredibly rare, incredibly expensive elixirs of life to keep her around. But if the world wound goes bye-bye, then why would they continue to do that, right? So I don't think Galfrey actually wants everything to be done. That is going to be my guess on the overarching plot line that is Queen Galfrey.
I understand how hard it is for you to trust me. Now that I have tasked you with venturing into the abyss itself, I thank you.
If you just... I know the answer to that question. One of the other 4 fucking portals. But I'll ask it anyways. If you destroy the Fane and its exit, how will I return to Golarion?
Don't worry about that. I will go with you, and I know the secrets of traveling between planes. I have also been to the Abyss before, and I have fought the beasts that dwell there. My sword and my experience will help you on this mission.
Wow. I kind of feel like the Hand of the Inheritor is gonna die down there, but cool. Alright. Fucking hell yeah, let's fucking do it then, yo. True. Until the problem of the Nahindrian crystals is solved, we won't be able to win. I'm going to the Abyss.
We will go to the Abyss side by side, champion, and Dresden will greet us with jubilation on the day of our return.
Wish me luck as well. Until next we meet.
The Queen's eyes dart away and her knuckles turn white as she grips her hilt. The deed is done, but ahead lies a road to another plane, a plane of chaos and evil. A plane of chaos and evil. Ooh. Gold coin with Baphomet's mark. A gold coin that used to belong to the Bay Lord Darazand. The mark of the Demon Lord Baphomet is etched onto the coin's face. The Menace of Death. Whenever someone dies within a 10-foot radius of the wielder of this amulet of natural armor +3, the wearer gains the effect of the haste spell for 2d3 rounds. This effect is renewed each time someone dies. After this effect wears off, the wearer cannot make any weapon attack or unarmed attacks for 1d3 rounds. Interesting. We could put that on like Calypso or something, and that'd be very easy to manage. Rupturing Storm. Enhancement +4. This +4 scimitar deals additional 3d6 fire damage. On critical hit, it creates fire sparks that stick to allies' weapons, granting them flaming enchantment for 1d3 rounds, as well as granting the wielder and allies fire resistance 20 for the same duration. That's kind of cool. That's neat-ish. What the fuck happened to... What the fuck happened to Ember? What is with y'all? Why y'all fighting? They fighting again.
Forever.
Yeah. What the fuck happened? I have no earthly idea why she is dead.
My will is resolute.
I guess we're gonna have to resurrect her. That's annoying. We're out of diamonds again. But we did level, which is cool. Is there like a person I can sell stuff to here? Cause like, this is, I got a lot of stuff on me. Hey, how's it going, Woodsy? How are you doing? Okay, fuck.
I will lend you my aid.
I'm gonna go ahead and just heal a couple times. And, I guess this looks like a crazy mess. It is a crazy mess. This has been a big old clusterfuck. I guess yeah. I'm gonna save real quick, and we're gonna head into the Nexus because I want to see what the next little bit is.
Let's see what we can do.
Collect all. Here we go.
The commander has stepped through the rift,
yeah.
and now there is no going back. Onward to solitude, to the unknown.
Oh shit.
To the abyss.
What's up? You wearing my shirt? That's my shirt.
No, you gave me this one.
It's my shirt. I still wear that.
I wear it.
I wear it as a play shirt.
I'm playing.
Oh. You playing?
No, not with
playing?
you.
You playing? Mwah. Ooh, look at that skull. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 3. Okay. Okay. Is it gonna give us like a little base of operations here or something? Champion, how extraordinary. I sensed a surge in the power within you the moment you boldly stepped forth into the rift. I was gonna say, surely like our mythic is going to increase as well, because like this is the end of a chapter. This is the time for it to happen. I was there, following you into the abyss, but it was as though I suddenly found myself in the blessed expanses of the upper planes. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So, that's where this rift leads. To the realm of the most cunning of all the demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. The Abyss. You feel physically ill. This place is a vile parody of Elysium, the home of freedom. But the freedom here knows no love, no kindness, no beauty. This place is just the endlessly gaping maw of an insatiable predator who devours souls. Desna descended here just once, and her rage almost provoked an interplanar war. With pain in your heart, you feel just how far your goddess is from you now. Ivu looks around in fear, and then attempts to curl up into a ball. Ah, the Abyss. Inio rubs her palms together. This is not a hospitable place, but just imagine how many experiments we can conduct here. How many marvelous demons we can study. Arushale's voice drops to a whisper. The Abyss. Swore I would never come back. Everything here dredges up old memories. Everything here just screams, this is your true home. My cursed and benighted home. Home is the place where you feel safe, the place you love and feel comfortable in. Our party is your true home, and the Abyss is just a place. A sad smile lifts the corners of the succubus lips. You're right. This is just a place. A dark and evil place, but no more than that. I've already broken away from here once, and I can do it again. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the realm of Nocticula, the Lady in Shadow. Every corner of the Abyss is repellent in its own way, but this place, this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestures at the land with his iron gauntlet. On the corpses of demon lords that were treacherously murdered. Every monster slain by Nocticula becomes an island like the one we're standing on right now. This place seems to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. What I mean is that the demon lords are our enemies and their deaths should please us. But as I look at this black sky, I realize that sometime the death of evil creates an even greater. Why would Nocticula kill the other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady in Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy, though the archipelago has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does Nocticula have to do with the invasion of Golarion? I do not know. Before the idol that we saw in the Midnight Vein, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the world wound. But it's no wonder. The Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I will not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Dascari since the first days of the invasion. What should I be wary of here? Everything! Beware every shadow. The angel answers without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It would be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight will either kill us slowly or use us for unimaginable evil. It is a shame that we cannot hope for the protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed it already, how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. Okay, what's our plan? We need to find the source of the Nihindrian crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We know for certain that the crystals were transported to the World Wound through the rift that we used to get here. She reminds me of the Daedric Prince of Thieves, but outright evil instead of merely dark and chaotic. Yes, right? Like, and of course, the way some dark creatures are written, right? Like Minago, like Arushale, like Gracilla, who was, Nocticula's priestess that we met in the Midnight Fane. They're written in a seductive way. They're written in a way to be like, oh, they're not that bad until they are, right? And they definitely are in Pathfinder. They're definitely bad. Real bad. What we must do right now is to take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is and what they were doing with the crystals here. Whether they were creating them, or mining them, or bringing them here from somewhere else. I would also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There still may be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. I see. Onward. Be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. Ha 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 ha! Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Oh, shit. Oh, this is cool. Caves. Onward, onward. Very interesting. Nexus. Portal. Caves. Alright, very, very cool. Very, 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 very neat. I am quite excited to see what we're going to be doing. And I really want to start clicking on these level ups and these mythic rank ups. But we're not going to do that. I would expect the next video to just basically be a video entirely of us leveling and doing mythic ranks. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.